The Raven King by Stabby.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey, what's up internet? My name is Nikki and today I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite things in the month of January. So this is my favorites of January. Or January favorites? I think that's how it goes, right? January favorites. Anyhow, starting off, let's do reading material. I'm usually always reading, constantly reading something from my phone, from holding a physical book, or just my e-reader. I'm always constantly reading. So my first favorite reading material of this month has to be The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. So I'm currently enjoying this book. I have been forcing myself to read about an hour each day on this book. I'm telling you, I'm reading this book as slow as possible, and during those hours I keep rereading certain lines and I'm like, oh my god, like I don't want this to end. But I'm constantly loving this book. Hopefully by the time this video comes out I might have already been finished with it, but knowing myself, I probably would still have like about 100 pages left. So I'm just taking my sweet time with it and I'm loving it, and I'm just really sad that it's ending. So my next reading obsession has to be the webcomics Check Please, and I am obsessed with it. The creator actually published 4 new strip comics for it and I was so excited in the end of December. I couldn't read it during when it came out, obviously due to Christmas and New Year's and holidays and family stuff, so I ended up reading it this month and I was so excited because I totally forgot how excited I was about the series. It's a really good series. It follows the life of Biddy, who is a vlogger, and he's vlogging his experience. He ends up quitting ice skating and somehow ends up getting a scholarship to go to his university for ice hockey, and it's just him going through like basically his freshman, sophomore, and I think now his junior year of how he's dealing with it and how his life has changed because he's doing ice hockey and his relationships. And oh, I forgot how much I miss Biddy and his pies. I love anything that has to do with him and his pies. It is great. I suggest you look it up because it's really good. I found it on Tumblr. I don't know if you can find it anywhere else, but yeah. Check Please. So moving on to movies. So I went to the movie theaters twice to go see. The first one that I went to go see was Star Wars, the new movie. I actually really did enjoy that movie. I know I'm kind of late on the bandwagon for watching that movie, but I had some issues because anytime we keep wanting to go, someone got sick or something happened and it was just a mess, and I never ended up going to see it. I was the last person in my family to go see that movie, but I ended up seeing it. I loved it, especially that ending though. Like, oh my god, the feels. That's all I have to say. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to. No. But yes, the ending. Mind blown. So the second movie I ended up going to see was Split, the new movie from M. Night Shyamalan. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Not quite sure. But anyways, I saw that movie and I liked it. I was obsessed with it. I need to understand more of what was going on in that movie. I really thought it was really realistic, like this whole survivor thing of like what happens if you get captured, and then also this whole split personality thing was really interesting. I think the actor who played main dude in this movie, I think his name is James McIvory. I don't think I'm saying his name right, but he's the guy who did Professor Xavier and the X-Men and also a bunch of other things, but that's what I mostly know him for. But anyways, he did a really good job playing the split personality disorder because how you see him through the movie, the little shift, the little changes, the way he walks, the way he talks, it's just really subtle little hints indicating who he's playing, and I love that. That was great. The ending though kind of blew my mind. I thought that was insane how it ended, sort of ended. Anyhow, I strongly believe without that ending, I still think that movie would be still as strong with or without that ending. Just saying. If you've seen it, you probably understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're probably like, what are you talking about? So yeah, I say give it a shot if you haven't seen it. It's really good. I think it keeps you on the edge of your seat and it kind of keeps you guessing what's gonna happen next. So other things I've been watching are TV shows, and the first TV show that I started watching this month was the A. So I don't really want to say this is kind of like my favorite. I was just really intrigued with this show. I finished this show and I still don't know what it's about, to be honest. All I know is that it hooked me in the beginning by saying the woman ended up getting kidnapped about 7 years ago. She comes back rescued and she is no longer blind. And I thought this was gonna be like a drama, like her recovering, going through like some hostage stuff, like she's trying to come back from it and we're gonna understand like what this guy did to her and how she got her sight back. But no, none of that happened. I was not prepared for the series whatsoever. I still don't understand what the hell is going on in the series. All I know is it gave me a lot of mixed emotions and I was not okay with that. But the OA, I probably have to watch it again, but I hope there's a second season because I kind of have more questions than I do answers at this point. But I still say it's really good because I liked just the storytelling of how just her relationship with the whole characters goes and just how she kind of helps these people, I guess. I don't really know what she's doing. I just know it's really intriguing. It got me hooked because I kind of wanted to know what the hell's going on. So yeah. And that ending, man. I feel like this whole video is about how stuff ended, but literally, like, I feel like all the stuff that I've seen or read, the endings have been driving me insane. Next is something that I have been listening to constantly, and that is the Undertales soundtrack on Spotify. I have been loving this soundtrack a lot. I have been having it on replay, and it's really interesting because it's 2 hours long, the whole soundtrack. My sister is probably getting annoyed with me because she says it sounds like old school Mario 8-bits, and she says it kind of sounds like the rejects forms of it, and I'm like, no. It's not even anything to do with Super Mario. I have been obsessed with it and constantly listening to it. Especially my favorite sound bit so far has to be the Tammy Village part. I don't know why, but it just makes me really happy and I really enjoy that. And I like the Tammys. They're like little cute little dogs, so yeah. So moving on, I have been obsessed with an app on my phone, and that app is a game called Dream Boyfriends. And I know it sounds really weird, but a friend suggested it to me earlier this month and I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. And she thought it was the funniest thing ever because basically the plot line of this whole game is that a bunch of angels come down and they need your help by showing a newborn angel how to love. And when he knows how to love, he ends up getting his wings and being sent to heaven. So essentially you're just there to take responsibility for him and just love him. Just basically like he's a puppy until he grows up to be a dog, and then you just send him on his way. So basically that's the essential of it. I just think it's really funny because of like situations. I'm like, I wouldn't personally do this, but since that's the only way I could get points, I'm just gonna say I do. I think that's kind of cheating, but the truth is it's kind of like a simple click and tap game. So moving on, some things that I like to snack on this month. Firstly, I did not know they made these. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out that they made these, and that is Almond M&Ms. I love almonds, especially when they're covered in chocolate, and having almond M&Ms, mind blown. Like, these are so good. Like, I'm addicted. The bag is empty. I just finished these before I even started the video. Like, delicious. So the last snack item that I've been really obsessed with are these cookies called ginger snaps. And I ended up going to the store with my sister and we were in the clearance aisle for Christmas stuff, and they had this tin. And at first I'm like, oh, it's just popcorn. And she goes, no, these are ginger snaps. And if you do not know what ginger snaps are, they are like the best, I think, cookie that you could ever eat during like December, January stuff. They kind of just taste like gingerbread men, but except of them being thick, they're just like really thin biscuits, cookies. So yeah, that was really good. I'm gonna have cookie crumbs in my teeth. Anyhow, that is all my January favorites. I hope you enjoy those. I really did like this because I don't usually share what I like, and so I'm being more of a sharing kind of mood. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If not, that's cool. I try to upload either Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays. So yeah, I catch you later. Oh, bam!